will, the blah, blah, blah. I gotta read it when I'm not driving. That sounds like that would be something I possibly could do if folks were getting on at the same time. At the same damn time. One love and wellness. Love plus love plus art equals wellness. Precious Mother Love. Season 6 Heart Happy Hour. Heart Happy Hour. I wanted to play some of my music. I was trying to find my other music giver box device and did not find it, so just continued on, man. I've been so much of my delicious, delectable words of wisdom have been eaten up by YouTube land. I don't know what I want to call it, but I was just saying, you know, I feel like I'm giving offerings. I'm giving well, you know, offerings up to the gods or whatever, you know, from my ears to God's ears, because they were, I don't know if they were even live, because they even though it says it was live, even though it says that the notice wasn't even there. There's 2 of them. There was no notice. Actually, it might even be 3. But any case, one love and wellness. Happy holiday season. You can finally say that. People had their lights up even before Halloween. I saw that. I mean, some people keep them up all year round, but I'm just saying, not those people. Those people, unless they, what, man, it's a stop sign. What the frick frackety frog? People, you're on. I'm safe. I'm better safe than sorry, sister. But any case, there's a lot of things that's been going on, things I've been talking about. Because, you know, one of the ones that I did post, and it's not up, was about UAPs, UFOs, you know, because of these 3-ring circus, you know, supposedly live congressional hearings, which they found ways to connive. I mean, you know, big media, they have ways to coordinate their activities. This guy's on my iPod. Their activities together. Okay, backed up. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, they're in cahoots with each other to make it all work well and wonderful and present itself. But anyway, I know I've been noticing more things in the sky, and hearing more things. Like, I'm near an Air Force base, near 3 military bases. You know, I'm in the DC metropolitan DMV, DC proper for real, but you know, that we're surrounded by military, you know, official federal, you know, all of the bells and whistles as far as, you know, who's the face of, you know, what is presented as a governmental front. You know, this is the hub, although everywhere, as far as, you know, federal presence. You know, I mean, we poke our nose in everywhere. But neither here nor there, giving season of Thanksgiving, all those wonderful things. Tomorrow is that day, and you know, used to be a time when I've been on both sides of the fence. Friendsgiving was a big thing for a while. Had a taste of that this season already so far. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. Got me in the spirit, you know, of Thanksgiving. I mean, but just the fact that, you know, when the leaves fall and the trees, you know, even though there are a lot of trees that have, you know, given their leaves and have, you know, that's somewhat of, you know, the cycle of their offering. You know, this is no longer their peak season. You know, they're no longer needed. Well, I don't know. The flourishing part of their season has cycled. And so in that case, you know, the same thing is for, you know, what our energy would, we're like we spend ourselves very highly, spend ourselves in the summer activities, and not to say, I mean, there's skiing, there's skating, there's sledding, there's, snowball fights or whatever, ice skating, I don't know, some other kinds of activities that we do, but there's much, much more of a plentiful, readily outdoor activities. There's some in the between season, which is my season, which is the fall, but harvest begins around the time that my birthday begins, which is in September, Virgo. That's the season of beginning of the harvest, ready to hunker down and to, hibernate during the harsher weather season. The temperatures may be more frigid, so the animals themselves will be hibernating. So hunting or whatever cycle, we just had a beaver moon. Beavers are building their foundation, building their lodge, their, fortress. They're building their, putting their squirrels are squirreling their nuts away. So it's definitely, this is the time, which is kind of similar to, the time when we do the Halloween candy and stuff. That again could be symbolically, storing up our sweets to give to some of the spirits that, oh, I don't know if I want to say it in that way, but energy for energy, um, and those are things, we're receiving blessings from those who are handing out blessings, be of more, we're giving you some of our protective energy. We're spreading some of our love. We're giving you some of our, may not be, that's the original, story, even though these stories change through cultures, through religions, through, whatever ways that we are observing, each other's folk tales. Anyway, I've reached a place that I wanted to reach, and I want to be very choicey with the rest of what I say. Hi, one love and wellness. I can finally see the screen. Ashe. I am very, very thankful for what I've been able to receive this year. I'm very, very thankful for the opportunities that have presented themselves to me, the things that I've been able to reap and from my previous harvest. I'm in such a happy, wonderful place of thanks that, my the giving, I'm receiving the offerings and the givings of others in ways. Is that the space that I want? Oh my goodness, it's anyway. Oh my God, I feel so. The sun comes out just as I'm about to speak about the downloads and the data uploads that I'm able to receive in the data transfer and the streams of the light. So I just have lifted my spirits to the place where, even though there's some things that are moving me to next levels, I'm having to slough off what was the old me. I'm not the same me. I'm not doing the same things. I'm not choosing the same activities, although I do have some things that have become more up to date, more recently, applying my energies in new strategic ways that, doing some of the same things, but in with a new twist, a new painted coat. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay. So I'm basically saying that there's a reason to give thanks in the midst of all these things that are happening to remove us from the ways that we used to think. I mean, the new administration, I don't know if I want to go there, but that's what we don't even, how can we guesstimate? We know what people say is to prepare the way for what they're really about to do. I feel. I feel a lot of things that are said out loud to me, through me even, are to me about what's about to happen. And so I thank myself for starting this up, and hopefully I said nothing that will get me to a place of being removed as the last three have. I just want to be honest and say, I have been trying to give and give and give. And then once I've given, let's see, I'm now at a place where I am at a stopping point. Children of the Corn, the electric car. Ooh, have you guys heard those electric cars? There are some. There's one. Okay, so BMW, Hans Hans Grimson, oh Hans Zimmerman, Hans Zimmer, that's his name. Hans Zimmer, the person who scored Dune and a few other, movies, scripted along with is there's somebody from BMW that also did it with them, but they came up with music, man. All of them have their own tone. The under 19 miles an hour. The law as of I think 2019. They have to have some kind of noise because they're pretty quiet except for the tires or whatever. But OMG, these cars sounding like angels. OMG. And okay, so let me make notice of something that's going on right now. So yesterday I had an issue with my motorized transportation, and the exact same thing. I was able to get it going and bypass what the hiccup and the giddy up was easily like that. I mean, like it came to me. Then when I parked, it's like I played ping pong ball. The person, like my energy from what happened to me, happened to a car that was right next to me. And then today, where I pull up, somebody's having that exact same issue, concern. And hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm just pulling next to people that are being conscientious about and watching out for what's going on. That's another thing. These signs and symbols and symptoms, these are offerings too. I'm seeing people being more intentionally like saying hi, waving, making contact. I don't know if everybody's noticing this, but anyway, the first thing I said when I picked up my paper was about Children of the Corn. Oh, I got the notes of the other part I was talking about. There's something called pulse width modulation, which the 2023 Chinese EV. Oh gosh, my goodness, that was her hood going down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't, baby kids, we don't die, we multiply. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, so Dune and Lion King, the guy Zimmer, he wrote the score, he composed the scores for, and it is Hans Zimmer, BMW's I-4, as well as Dune and Lion King. And so the Fiat has a taste of Italian culture. The Honda CRV has the Celestial Choir. And I don't know if that's on their backup or when they're 19 miles and under, but USA Today said that some of them sound like spaceships or choruses of angels or choruses of angels in online forums. Yeah. It says kids are embarrassed by the noise. Kids are embarrassed by the noise. Does that mean it means something to children or to the they're sensitive, much more sensitive before we teach it out of them, to override the feelings that we get, the gut feelings that we get. We need to make sure that we pay attention that the children are upset by it. But anyway, so the Nissan Leaf, I think, was one of the first ones. The neon Nissan Leaf was one of the first ones. And I think the last thing I'll note about this sector of the singing electric cars, they have voices. They what is it called? Electronic vocal, no, the vehicle, the electronic vehicle conglomerate. That's what the EV stands for, that. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. Okay, so the three things that regulate what the different sounds that they make is the speed, the manufacturer. They make different songs, and then when they reverse, and then to alert you when things are getting close, when the mirrors. Okay, last thing. Okay, let me think of a last. So I really feel like my season of doing Heart Happy Hour is going to be closing out. I really think that I am not going to be as forthright and outspoken as I thought I was going to be. I thought I was, as of January, I thought that I would be giving so many jewels and words of wisdom. I, getting my downloads, but most of my downloads were for me. Apparently, I didn't do as many of the episodes as I felt were potentials. I used them for the betterment of my scenario. And because I don't want to always, show my hand, put my cards up, face up, not all my cards, like let's go let me have, some up and some down until it's time to, I play a lot of spades. I was just playing spades last night. I got a little bit of a spanking, but I was holding my own for a good while. So anyway, I just want to make sure that going into this holiday season, as we give to others, that we remember to give to ourselves, and the jewels and the morsels, the tasty treats that we are harboring for those days of special occasions. Let's make more special occasions. Let's just don't make the time that we get together for Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving. Don't, let's keep this up. Let's do a weekly check-in on each other. Let's keep it up. Let's make some plans to build on top of each other, to conglomerate ourselves, like others are doing, other cultures are, let's even be multicultural in our connections. I'm noticing, hey, I don't know if everybody's experience is the way mine is, but on a multicultural level, I am being welcomed into some real high energy people, some high energy in high places. That remains, that continues to be my MO, and I'm just stacking and racking and packing because it's time to move to new places. And I am being led to reduce my expectation of myself, because I was expecting to be there on a very regular basis. And I'm telling myself to be easier on myself, to be more loving of, respectful of my own energy. I would push myself to do things that I would push other things out the way for, and my gifts should make room for themselves. So I'm not going to be pushy about things that are relative to my own respectful ways of that. I'm going to treat myself even better than I treat others, but I want to treat others, as well as I treat myself, but like, how you say, you're innocent until proven guilty. Well, I don't know if I believe all the things that I was told before. I'm renewing my mind is renewed to a place that I'm not just taking things for face value. Mm-mm. I believe, protect the innocent, protect myself. I'm the first to respond. I'm the responder. Overheated, and that was that. So this is just another segment of me saying, give thanks to yourself first, and then you can give in the overflow, so that you can feel filled and full. I know that's hard. I know that's hard. I lived so many years otherwise, giving to others, giving to others. That was what my life was about, being in service to others. But now, the service to myself, and if I had a partner, we'd be in service to each other, which I'm looking for a partner in everything, in my business, in my, I'm looking for groups of people to partner with, to go out to do betterment. I mean, let's build up our finances. Let's build up our force fields. Let's build up, let's build. Let's build. So anyway, I got some overflow to give, and I'm willing to give mine after I am actually in the best place possible, which is now. I don't know. I sound silly. I feel silly with what I just said. I hope I made some sense, because right now I'm rambling. Peace. One love, Ashe. Music, it comes the next time. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you soon. One love.